Right then, pull up a chair, grab a pint, or a cup of tea if you're feeling proper, because today's tale is a double shot of sheer human resilience with a radioactive chaser. This is the story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the bloke who looked nuclear apocalypse square in the eye not once but twice, and lived to wag a finger at the whole bloody idea of war. He didn't just survive one atomic bombing. Nah, mate, he copped two. In 3 days. That's not luck, that's a cosmic joke delivered with a side of existential dread and a mushroom cloud. Picture this. It's August 1945. The world's been tearing itself apart for 6 straight years, and Japan's hanging on by a thread made of rice paper. The US, in a stunning display of go big or go home, drops the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Boom, done! World's changed forever. But for Tsutomu Yamaguchi, that was just Monday. He gets hit by Little Boy in Hiroshima, stumbles home to Nagasaki to recover, and gets slapped by Fat Man on Thursday. That's like being struck by lightning, crawling inside to dry off, and then getting hit again in your own bloody kitchen. Yamaguchi's in Hiroshima on business, engineer for Mitsubishi, sorting logistics for wartime factories. On August 6th, he's about 3 clicks from ground zero when he sees a flash brighter than his future. Blinded, blasted and burned, he stumbles through a city that's basically been turned into hell's waiting room. He gets scorched, his eardrums blown, and sees people with skin hanging off like wet laundry. By the way, get this, Yamaguchi still had his work ID on him from Hiroshima when he reported for duty in Nagasaki. That's the most Japanese thing ever. Gutted by a nuclear bomb, but still turning up for work on Monday. Yamaguchi makes it home to Nagasaki, bandaged and dazed, and tells his boss, "There's this new bomb. It's unlike anything you've seen." His boss, being a proper 1940s corporate man, tells him he's talking rubbish. And then, boom. August 9th, 11:02 a.m. Cue round 2, this time starring Fat Man. The windows explode, ceilings cave in, and suddenly Hiroshima doesn't feel like such a once-in-a-lifetime trauma. Only this time, it's his home. His wife and baby miraculously survived, hiding in a reinforced shelter. Mate, how many guardian angels did this guy have? Now, most folks might call it quits after surviving 2 nuclear holocausts. Not Yamaguchi. The man didn't just live, he talked. For decades, he told anyone who'd listen, and even those who wouldn't, what it was like to watch cities vanish in a blink. What it was like to lose friends, neighbors, your whole sense of reality. He wasn't bitter. He wasn't vengeful. He just wanted the world to not do it again. He said, "The reason that I hate the atomic bomb is because of what it does to the dignity of human beings." And honestly, he's right. Atomic bombs don't just kill you. They erase identity. They turn humans into shadows on walls. Imagine this scene in a Netflix drama. Yamaguchi walks into the Mitsubishi boardroom in Nagasaki. He's wrapped in bandages like a mummy, eyes wide with trauma, and tells the executives, "Hiroshima's gone. Leveled. 1 bomb did it." The executives laugh. "Pull the other one, mate." Then boom, cue explosion, cue chaos, cue executive regret. Cut to Yamaguchi, pulling his wife and child from the rubble like a post-apocalyptic samurai. Dust in the air, world on fire, and him whispering, "I told you." What if he hadn't survived? What if both bombs had killed him? We might have lost a critical voice in the global conversation on nukes. Because Yamaguchi's story isn't just about survival. It's about reminding, about bearing witness, about being the literal embodiment of this should never happen again. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't a soldier. He was an engineer who saw the end of the world twice and decided to talk instead of scream. Let's be honest, Yamaguchi had every right to go full Joker and lose the plot. But he didn't. He made it his purpose to push peace, not pain. He showed moral clarity in the aftermath of horror. He turned personal trauma into a public mission. He didn't get rich, didn't chase fame, just told the truth. If that ain't purpose-driven identity, I don't know what is. So let's ask the big one. Was the bombing justified? Well, historians argue both sides. Shorten the war, save lives, force surrender. But through Yamaguchi's eyes, the cost was too bloody high. His life forces us to ask, does the end ever justify a means that melts cities? Could Japan have surrendered without the bombs? Maybe. Could the US have waited longer? Possibly. Did anyone fully grasp what atomic hell looked like until it was too late? Nope. Yamaguchi's life doesn't give easy answers. It just shines a bloody spotlight on the questions. By the way, get this. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was officially recognized by the Japanese government as being present at both bombings, but only in 2009, the year before he died. That's 64 years of surviving, testifying, and only then getting official credit. Talk about a delayed pat on the back. Tsutomu Yamaguchi's tale isn't just a story of survival. It's a mirror held up to humanity's worst moment, reflecting one man's dignity in the face of our collective madness. He saw death fall from the sky twice, but he lived, and more than that, he made that survival mean something. So, if you ever find yourself moaning about a bad Monday, remember Tsutomu bombed on Monday, bombed again on Thursday, still showed up to work, still showed up to life. Stay curious, stay sharp, and stay just sober enough to remember it all. This was just a swig of history, and if it wasn't in your textbook, it bloody well should have been. And before you go, do a brew of a fav. Like, share, and subscribe. Cheers.